Fee, you've only heard half a conversation. You've got the wrong idea.
Oh, just stop it. Just tell her the truth. Fee, we've both been lying to you, and I'm sorry. I'm ashamed, and it is the worst thing I've done in my whole life.
Look, she's off her head. Don't listen.
Get out.
Please, Fee, I'll do anything for you.
I want you to get out.
Please, that wasn't meant to happen. I'm ashamed of it.
Maxine, get your bag and get out of my flat, okay?
Please, just Fee, not like this.
Look, there's an explanation.
Get out now!
Fee, I never meant to harm anyone.
Maxine, I don't care what you meant, all right? Just get yourself and your junk and get out of my flat. I don't want to see you again. I don't want you near me again, all right?
Well, you've heard what she said. Look, there's an explanation.
Yeah, I know.
It's nothing. She had a row with Greg, I had a row with you, and you went off to your mother's.
Yeah, I'm to blame for it all. It's got nothing to do with you or Max.
Look, you're the only one for me, Fee.
Steve, I was outside for the whole of that conversation. I heard every single word. Right, if there's anything else to it, I don't want to know.
Look, Fee...
All right, I want you to go with Maxine, go any way you want to do, just so that I don't have to look at you or listen to your lies and your explanations and put up with your cheating.
I haven't cheated on you. It was nothing. It was once.
You cheat on everybody, Steve! Once and once and once!
Fiona...
Just get out!
Come on, Rambo. Your breakfast is ready.
Don't feel much like Rambo.
You don't look much like Rambo.
Look, I were doing my best.
Yes, well, you were a touch overzealous.
Well, it won't happen again.
It doesn't have to. Everybody knows you made that hole.
Yes, well, they do now, since you summoned half the neighbours.
Well, I weren't going to dig you out. You might have the strength of a herd of rhino. I haven't.
Well, you could have been a bit more discreet.
Oh, and so could you. How am I going to face them in that shop?
Well, you're not frightened of a few saucy comments, are you? You've made enough in your time.
It's one thing making them, Alec. It's another thing being the butt of them.
Oh, well, if you're going to be like that, I'll have my breakfast somewhere else.
No. I'm perfectly happy because I've organised a real builder and he's coming round forthwith to do the job properly. So you can tell your friend Pat he's sacked.
Can you understand him? Because I can't.
Oh, look, you don't have to ask him anything. He had a good go at me last night.
Look, Stephen, I'm allowed to open my mouth in my own house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I should have kept mine shut.
I mean, Maxine of all people. You wanted Fiona to find out, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you did. You wanted to be the great Steve McDonald that all the girls fall for.
No, I didn't.
Nobody can resist you.
Look, Mum, have a bit of sense, will you?
Sense? You don't know what sense is. You don't know love. You don't know commitment.
Look, just go to work.
Hey, Stephen, now please, don't speak to your mother like that, all right?
See, you don't need to say anything because he'll be on at me as soon as you leave the house. Whatever you can spit out, he'll spit out worse.
Well, good, because I'm sick of talking to you. I'll see you later, Jim.
Yes, cheerio now.
Right, go on then, get it over with.
Do you know, Stephen, you're really on buck stupid, aren't you?
And why is that then? Because I've had a one-night stand with a woman like you did?
No, it wasn't like me.
Why? What's the difference?
Look, Stephen, it wasn't like that, all right? I was on my own when I went with Fiona for a start. You want your cake and eat it, don't you? To hell with the consequences. To hell with everybody else. At least I never hurt anyone.
No. Well, you hurt me, didn't you?
You'll be late.
It's all right, we're there by the half-past. Maybe quarter. Just a man. Hey, Gail.
Hi, Kev. You look tired. Girls wearing you out?
No. And you can tell that Sally next time you see her.
I'm not saying anything, Kev. I'm not taking sides.
You will. I mean, you're more Sally's friend than you are mine. Okay, just wanted a word with Nick.
Well, I'm running a bit late, Kevin. Can it wait?
It'll be quick. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for, well, the way I was with you yesterday. I know you couldn't do the job. It's a bit short notice.
It's just I can't miss lectures. I get chucked out.
I was just
running around looking for someone, you know.
Well, I'd do it another time.
Would you?
Yeah, as long as it fits in with my studies.
Oh, I was thinking, you know, a couple of nights a week, maybe the odd weekend.
Yeah, great.
He's all right, he's good at it. Did well in summer. Some people have a feel for the job.
Gets that off Brian.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to get back.
Well, what more do you want me to say?
Well, you could give me a reason for a start.
We had a row.
Oh, well, that's dead on, that is. Do you know, I don't get you, son. I mean, one day she's the greatest wee girl on the planet, and the next day you're sniffing around Maxine.
We had a row.
Oh, well, how many of those do you think you're going to have in a marriage, eh?
Well, I don't know. You're the one to ask, aren't you?
I am the one to ask, all right, I'll tell you. There's a few other things you should be asking me as well.
Like what?
Well, like how disgusting you feel about yourself after you've done the business, eh?
Well, I think I know.
You don't, but you soon will. Trouble is when you realise it'll be too late, let me tell you that. You'll be living in some wee dive somewhere, and you won't have a clue where she is at all.
Yeah, well, I deserve it, man.
No, you don't deserve it. If you got what you deserved, son, she wouldn't have looked at you in the first place.
All right, so let me get this right. If she had any sense about it, she'd have looked at you, would she?
Oh, you're still full of it, aren't you? I'll tell you what, she's well ready.
Oh, thanks very much.
Well, come on. What exactly could you have offered her, eh? More of the same?
We were going to be a family, the three of us.
You were, and then you blew it.
Yeah, I know.
You want her back, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do.
I see. So you're going to go hanging around trying to justify yourself from now on, is that the crack?
Look, I know I've done wrong.
Only because you got caught.
Hey, it's all right, isn't it?
Oh, I wish I were there.
Morning, Leanne. Wish you were where?
St Antonio with our Toya.
Oh, have you had a card? Well, me and our Les have, you know, brought it over to show Leanne.
Beach by day, bars by night. Oh.
She better be drinking lemonade. Don't want out else happening to her.
Well, a bit of frivolity never hurt anyone.
Except Alec Gilroy. Bonnie got him a broken neck.
I beg your pardon?
He only scraped his foot, Janice.
Our Les said he had to be dug out.
It was something and nothing.
Well, as long as it hasn't cooled his ardour.
Alex, fine.
No wonder you're late. Are there any walls upright in your flat?
Yes, there are.
If you fell through the ceiling, would you fall in sharp?
Leanne, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. Excuse me.
Because if it does happen, close your eyes. Some sights nobody should see.
Leanne, have you read that card?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, perhaps you can give it back to Janet and she can get on her way.
Oh, seriously, Rita? I mean, I think it's great, you know, at your age. You're never too old, never past it. Has Alec been dousing himself with that Viagra stuff?
Goodbye, Janice.
Only, if he has, I wouldn't mind a tablet or two for our Les. I'll give you a good price.
I'll go and put the kettle on.
Hey, listen, I've got to talk to you about Norman. Can we go to your house?
Not now, look who's just come in.
Oh, no.
Hey, it's all right. Leave this to me.
Mrs. Bishop, Mrs. Baldwin, good afternoon.
Hello, Inspector.
We're making further inquiries about Norman Watts. I don't suppose you've seen him today?
Curly? Yeah, I saw him at the precinct earlier.
What was he doing?
Shopping. He was outside the chemist's.
And you are...
This is my nephew, Inspector, Geoffrey Nugent, known as Spider.
Are you sure it was Mr. Watts? You couldn't have made a mistake?
Oh, no. I mean, I only saw him from behind, from a distance, but it was definitely him.
Thank you. That's been most helpful.
Act normal. Say what you were going to say.
Oh, yeah. I went to see my solicitor. Why? You're not in any trouble. No, for information, and I got it. Jumping bail is a very serious business. It's the worst thing Curly could have done.
Yeah, when they find him, we'll be facing more charges.
How could he have been so stupid? Well, he panicked, wouldn't you?
Well, we're going to have to cover for him till he sees sense.
Anyway, he's asked me to look after his house, so he must be coming back. I hope so. Anyway, I'm going round there later. I'm going to put the lights on and the radio, you know, make it look a bit lived in. Well, I won't fool the police.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing.
It's a bit quiet for a dinner time, isn't it?
Aye, they'll be full at closing time.
I'll be in my bed by then.
You see, that's when all young uns want to sup, isn't it? That's why I'm thinking of applying for a late licence, friend.
I applaud your capitalist spirit. I'll be selling lamb chops at 4 in the morning if they'd let me.
I'm not sure how amenable the magistrates are going to be, though, you know, residential area and all that.
Oh, you'll get round them.
Not giving any backhanders.
No need. Use the subtle approach. Get Audrey Roberts to put in a good word.
Audrey?
See, all them councillors and all them magistrates, they're hand in glove. She's only to mention that you're a respectable burgher of this borough and you're laughing.
That's a good idea, there, Fred. It's time she did something for the working man, isn't it?
To prosperity, to an increase in turnover and to an expansion of profits.
Conditioner. I promise you I'll get you that conditioner next week. All right, though. Bye-bye. Oh, right now. I'll just come fix my face. Then it's an hour of domestic bliss with Alfred. Oh, well, look who's come to take you to lunch. Well, I'm on first break, Steve, so you'll have to take me instead. You all right, love?
Yeah? Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Why don't you get yourself off phone?
Okay. Yeah.
I need to talk to you, Fee. Just give me 5 minutes.
Steve, even if I did have anything to say to you, I would not be saying it here, all right?
Well, I'll come back when you've locked up, then.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't you bring a bag with you? You can pack all your stuff up.
Fiona, you know how I feel about you.
Yeah, I do. You've made that really, really obvious.
You've got to believe me, it was a one-off.
I'm going to my mum's when I finish work today, all right? I'll be back tomorrow. If there is any of your stuff left in the flat, it goes on the tip, all right?
Fiona, we love each other.
Put your keys through the letterbox when you leave.
Now, you sure you want me to go? Because I can stay, you know.
Right, it's fine, Audrey. It's on one customer.
Couldn't help overhearing you and Steve.
Ah, well, we weren't exactly being quiet, were we?
I'm very sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm glad I've seen him for what he is.
Well, he's never been exactly trustworthy, has he?
You know, I don't care anymore because it's over, innit?
Tell me to mind my own business. But has this got something to do with Maxine?
Nothing has got anything to do with Maxine, all right? I don't ever want to see her again.
Or do I take it that she and Steve are...
She and Steve... She and Steve are both in the past as far as I'm concerned, all right?
Oh, she's your best friend, Fiona.
No, she's a liar, and she's a cheat, and she's a thief.
A thief?
She stole my future, Audrey. Right, what else would you call her?
Oh.
No, Audrey, it's fine. Honest. Fine. Go on, go for your lunch.
Pint, please, Alec.
Yes, sure, thank you.
That's if you're capable.
He's capable, all right, isn't he, Rita? I say, ain't he capable?
No repercussions then, no strained ligaments, pulled muscles. I've done a course in medicinal massage, you know.
Won't be necessary, thank you.
Have you been up to something I don't know out about?
It was nothing.
What were nothing?
Well, I've heard of going through fire and water before, but never a brick wall.
Will one of you please tell me what you're talking about?
Look, I had a little accident in Rita's flat.
Yes, he was up to his neck in masonry.
A brick wall fell on me.
Why did he do that?
He was being attacked with a sledgehammer.
It was not a sledgehammer.
Oh, don't tell me you demolished it with your searing hot passion, Alec.
Searing our passion for what?
For Rita.
We're having a door fitted between the two flats for convenience.
Convenience? I've never heard it called that before.
Neither have I.
Yeah, look at him entertaining his friends. It'll go on till midnight and beyond now.
No, he won't. He hasn't got the extended licence, Fiona.
Yeah, but it will do, and our lives will be a misery.
Look, the man's the boss. What he says goes.
But we live here. How are we expected to sleep with all that revelry going on all the time?
There'll be no problem there, Vera.
How do you mean?
We won't sleep because we won't be in bed.
Well, where will we be?
We'll be down here behind this bar, pulling pints and smiling at punters.
Give me strength.
Hey, listen, I haven't had a chance to ask you before. How's things?
What, with Greg and I?
Yeah, and Kevin and the girls. Greg and I are fine. I don't know about Kevin. I don't want to know.
The girls are okay. Yeah.
You must miss them.
Yeah, I do miss them.
So you should, leaving him the way you did.
Yeah, well, they'll be back with me soon.
You and Greg in that boxy little flat?
Yes.
You'll be lucky.
Janice stirring again?
When am I going to get my kids back, Greg?
It won't happen overnight.
Shouldn't your solicitor be doing something by now?
Yeah, I spoke to him earlier on. He's doing the best he can. But you've got to be patient.
I can't stand not seeing him. I lie awake half the night, and when I do get to sleep, I think about him.
Maybe you should talk to Kevin again.
I've got nothing to say to Kevin.
You have. Try and sort something out. Be better all round. I'll see you later.
Ali, come on, I'm dying of thirst here.
There you are, Audrey. On the house.
Thanks very much.
You wouldn't be going to a council meeting by any chance, would you?
Not likely, no. I've been on my feet all day. I'm going home to Alpha.
Oh, well, do you think you could spare a minute, to discuss some business?
What business?
Well, mine. The Rovers, at least.
Alec, that's got nothing to do with me.
Well, it could have. You see, I'm thinking of applying for a late licence, staying open till midnight, and I thought if you dropped in a good word...
I am Parks and Gardens. Cemeteries, crematoria, the excitement just never stops. Anyway, listen, it's not up to us. It's the magistrates dish out all that.
Oh, yeah, I know. But, you've all got your snouts in the same trough, haven't you?
Listen, you wouldn't want your snout in the crematoria trough. Take it from me.
No, what I meant was, you know all the magistrates personally. They're great friends of yours. You go to one another's dinner parties, don't you? You network.
Yeah.
And I thought if you dropped a hint, they'd look benevolently on my application.
Alec, I'm sorry I can't help. If there's one thing I've learnt from all Alfie's years on the council, it's never mix business with pleasure.
That's very short-sighted of you, Audrey. I hope you don't live to regret that.
Oh, I won't. I'm in bed most nights by 10:30. Worse luck.
Mrs. Baldwin, what a surprise. I presume Mr. Watts is at home.
Oh, do you know, he's just popped out for a minute.
Well, in that case, I'll wait.
Do you know, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I've never had much time for Steve McDonald. I think he's a shifty beggar, but Maxine is Fiona's best friend.
Some would say she's only getting a taste of her own medicine.
How do you mean?
Oh, that business with Steve's dad.
Oh, now that's not fair. She was let on. McDonald's have got a lot to answer for as regards to that poor girl.
Girl? She was a lovely girl. She's reached maturity on all fronts. She can take care of herself.
Oh, well, anybody can fall victim to a predatory male. Yeah, I'm talking about you, actually, in case you don't understand long words.
What are you on about?
I am working full-time now, and Maxine is out of a job, thanks to you.
Look, just leave it, Audrey. I'm not in the mood.
And if you're going over to shift all your junk from the flat, don't bother. Because Fiona's still there, and no way is she going to let you in.
There we are, Sally. Can you guess what Underworld's favourite subject of speculation is today? Apart from me and Greg.
Yeah, well, I've had it all day. It's driving me crackers.
Sounds like a good idea that's gone slightly wrong.
Yes, courtesy of Alec's over-enthusiasm. Now, can we change the subject?
Of course.
I was sorry I couldn't babysit for Kevin yesterday. You know I would love to have done.
I didn't know he'd asked you.
Yeah, childminder let him down. He got in a bit of a panic. He asked a couple of people.
He didn't ask me.
Well, all things considered, can you blame him?
I am the girl's mother.
Yes, and Greg's a stranger. Just as Natalie Horrocks was. And you didn't want her anywhere near those girls.
That's different.
It looks similar enough to me.
Well, it isn't.
It is, Sally. You can't expect Kevin to give those girls to somebody he doesn't like and doesn't trust.
I trust him. Kevin should be able to live with that.
Sally, you disappoint me. And from where I'm standing, I don't think Kevin has to live with anything.
Sent me away with a flea in me ear.
She never.
Councillor Mrs. Squeaky Clean Roberts would never mix business with pleasure.
Give over. She'll have misunderstood you. She's a charming lady, but she's hardly got the brain the size of Battersea Power Station, has she? I'll have a word. My dulcet tones will make her see sense.
Here, is this late night openings you throw whispering about?
I never whisper, Vera.
No.
Well, we don't want any of it.
Well, I shouldn't worry, Vera. You're not going to get it.
Look, as tenants, we expect a bit of privacy, a bit of peace and quiet.
Vera, it's not going to happen.
We pay good money for our accommodation. And if you're going to change the terms in which we live...
Look, I'm not applying for a late licence, not any longer.
Well, maybe not this week, but next week, knowing you.
Look, Vera, be told.
No, you be told.
All right, you forced me to say this. I am not applying for a late licence in the immediate future, but if I should ultimately reconsider, I will not be asking your permission. Got it?
Do you know, I really must go in a minute. My husband will wonder where I am.
Yes, we've waited long enough for Mr. Watts.
Yeah, I just, can't think what's happened to him.
I've got a pretty good idea.
Have you?
Yes.
Look, Inspector.
Just tell me where he is, Mrs. Baldwin. I can forget the radio and the curtains and the pot plants.
Look, I don't know where he is. He rang me from the airport. He was scared. He panicked. He didn't know what to do. He's not coming back.
We can check the flights.
He's an innocent man, you know.
Well, of course he is. They're always the ones that run away.